what is your long-term goal? So story time, case study. I feel case study more relatable lah. So this is a very recent client of ours. They are almost a photocopy or perhaps a case study of the census. Dual income, have a kid, pretty strong income. They currently own a private property. So the initial intention was to perhaps buy a second property for own stay because the current property that they are at is quite small. It's a 2-bedder, and because they have a kid, they foresee that they're going to need a bigger space. So we went around looking because the focus was on size and location, and we ended up going around in circles because and ending up looking at developments and struggling to really find value in those units. Either the asking prices were too high or the launchers had to wait too long. Especially those launchers that they like, that fits the size and the location preference. But those launchers would have pushed their budget really to the max. So what we did was to pull back and ask ourselves this question: what is your long-term goal? So after having that chat, we realized that this next property that we are looking at isn't the final one that we are going to buy, because they are in their early 30s. Their dream and their goal is to purchase a landed property. So with that in mind, whatever that we buy today, we have one very important criteria, is that it cannot be a stumbling block in our journey towards buying that dream property, that landed property, say 5 years, 10 years from now. So with that in mind, with the end goal in mind, we actually work backwards to see which property not only does not jam us from getting to that end goal, it ideally helps us in getting to that end goal. And from there, then we work backwards to really look at what they currently need, or what we have first established as criteria for our search, to establish whether it is a want or a need, to separate these two things. And eventually we concluded that the extra space, that immediate space that we thought we need, was more of a want. We could actually continue with that 2-bedder at least for the next 1 to 2 years. And in any case, that 2-bedder can be rented out to get really good rental where they can take to rent somewhere else. And then with that second name now available, what we did was to purchase a investment property that will be easy to sell come the time whereby we have sufficient funds to go for that landed property that we wanted to go to. So long story short, right, instead of focusing on what is the short term, right, really pull out your plan to the long term. Because if you lose sight of that and too focus on what is in the near term, my concern is that you may end up buying something that you will potentially regret, and then buying something that is more of a want versus a need, as a result foregoing or putting your long-term goal at risk. Yeah, so that is the moral of the story. Hello, sorry to interrupt. We'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for watching the video, and also to share why we do what we do. Is to empower consumers with hard facts and figures, quality research, and real-life examples to allow them to make the most informed property decisions. So if you found our videos useful, the only thing we ask for is for you to smash that like and subscribe button so that the YouTube algorithm can push out our videos to more consumers. Thank you, and back to the video. So there's always some different options. It's just how the mindset, like I mentioned, that you adopt, how you really view this whole property planning process, and be creative about it. So in summary, yeah, have the right mindset before moving into your property purchase. Understand the right fundamentals and adopt and use those right fundamentals. Understand the exit strategies. There's always more than one exit strategy. Not just for your current property today, but the property that you're going to buy. And also ask yourself that question, what is your long-term goal? So, my recommendations, yeah? So now at this point, I'm going to say something just to help me with the YouTube algorithm. If you found this video useful, I just urge you to like and subscribe so that it will help us with our YouTube algorithm. For those of you who are not already on our YouTube, head on over and like and subscribe to help me out, right? Help the channel out. Oh, hi Carl, long time no see. Yes, what's next? Recommendations, yes. So for first time buyers and upgraders, okay, I know Elizabeth and I weren't big fans of ECs last year. We didn't really recommend ECs last year lah. But today, with the new benchmark prices being set at close to 2,000 per square feet for the OCR for a place like Ang Mo Kio, and ECs still hovering around the existing ECs, I'm talking about the newer ECs hovering at around the 1,000 PSF, 1,100 PSF. The remaining launches in the market at about 1,004 PSF. I really see good value in the ECs in the market at this point in time. And also because the ECs will take a shorter time to build, because ECs can only start selling after the developers finish the foundation. So regardless, you're going to collect the keys for your ECs in the span of perhaps 1.5 years to 2 years. Not as long a wait time as the BTOs in the market at this point. Yeah. So really do give them do check them out. I have changed my perspective, and because the market has moved, good values in the ECs today. Understand method D. That was that method that I used for that case study earlier. Don't know what is method D? Contact me. I explained to you. I don't want to put it out into the public forum so explicitly. Yeah.